So third level of wrap is a competition wrap, which is for more advanced lifters who's trying to get as much as they can out of this wrap. And this is an assisted type wrap where you'd have someone wrap you. Now you can go through the same, usually this is always a 3 cross, but then you can increase the intensity because I can get it a lot tighter than the lifter could. So again, there's many ways that people do this. This is the way I like to do it because I can get a lot of tightness out of it. So we'll go leg up on here, toe stays up and keeps the knee locked out. Now, this can also be assisted for really extreme level wraps. Pretty much only with Sarah is that we'll have someone also hold her foot, which actually helps me is that when I apply force to the knee to wrap, it doesn't move. So we have someone hold it into my waist, which then I can apply more force this way. And I have to apply heaps of force because I get this as tight as I can possibly wrap it. And same with her, she might have someone support her back as well. So sometimes she has someone behind her. So a wrap can be up to 3 people. It can be up to 4 people, depending on the wrap. I've seen some people at very high levels. And Adele Manuel, he had 2-3 people pulling on this wrap to get it tighter, but it was a really stiff wrap. Anyway, so we'll go level 1 of competition wrap is at toe here in the hip. Now, again, to do this properly so it doesn't hurt them the most and to get the most advantage out of it, there is particular ways to do it. So first thing you'll see I do is that I try and find the patella and where it ends. I want to secure that position, so I'm going to aim to get the middle of the wrap through that first part. So first one, I get her to hold onto it, pull some stretch. I find it here. Now, as she pulls tight, I want to pull tight every single time before I move. I want to do this without also pulling too much on their skin. So when I pull, I don't want to like pull and yank their skin. Right, that can start to really hurt. We don't want to, and I'll show you along the way as well. But what you want to do is you kind of want to pull away from the skin and then apply. So that'll go over through the middle of the kneecap. All right, I stretch, then apply. All right, same thing coming this way. I stretch, so make sure I'm holding onto this, and then apply. All right, so now we've got the bottom of the kneecap. You can see the kneecap there. Basically, I want it through the middle, slightly under, so I kind of look at this yellow thing for it to run through the middle. Now, it's also important that this wrap is wrapped tightly. So as you can see, I've got a lot of stretch and a lot of give into it. So now I have to lengthen my arm even more, which I can't get as tight because of that. So, and you have to also ensure that this is perfectly flush when wrapping. It makes it really hard for me to grab onto it to do the wrap. If there's little bulges hanging out, my finger slips, and then I drop the wrap. Okay, so coming across. All right, now we're doing, again, a double cross, tighten, triple cross. Now what you want to ensure that you don't do, this is where people go wrong, is that because they haven't got it tight on the skin, they'll try and tighten it on the skin like this. When they do that, it actually causes all this to move, and it's like a bit of a Chinese burn for them, and on top of there as well. And it can start to take things slightly out of place. We want to secure the patella exactly in its position and apply the pressure on top, laying the pressure over it. So I'd rather do this, pull tight, then wrap across. Now this takes a bit of practice. If you're doing it with someone, you may not get it as tight, and you also, as a rapper, will need to practice with someone if you want to learn to get it as tight. But that is essentially a competition level. Now, for that amount, 4 to 5, if you get really good at it, you can kind of get that tightness yourself. But the advantage for me is I probably can still get another 2 more. Again, there's no point doing that until you have a very strong squat. So again, it'll take a couple of years to build into that level.